Alright, so we've been working on division for quite a while, and there are two different ways that we can do division. One of the ways that we do division is using an area model. Using an area model is very similar to how we use an area model for multiplication. It's just we're not given the groups trying to find out how much we've used. Instead, we have to pick our own groups. So to set this up, I have 56 divided by 4. So 56 is going to come down here at the bottom of my area model. My 4 is going to come over here to my side. Now I need to determine what groups I want to put in there. In class we talk a lot about making sure we're using our friendly numbers, our numbers that we know how to work with comfortably. We really like to use hundreds, we like to use tens, we like to use fives, we like to use twos. So if I'm thinking about this, if I tried to put in a group of 100 into 4 different groups would be 400 things. I only have 56, so I know that that's not going to work. So I'm going to think about a smaller group, another friendly number. Thinking about putting in 10 items into 4 groups sounds like a great idea. So if I put in 10 things into each of my 4 groups, I have used 40 of my 56 things that I'm trying to divide out. Because I've already used them, I need to subtract them from my original number so I don't use them again. When I subtract, I'm left with 16 things. Now, going through my multiplication facts, I know what 4 multiplied with another number, which number multiplied by 4 is going to give me 16. But the really cool thing about using a division area model is that even if we don't know our multiplication facts really well, we can use smaller groups. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try a group of 2. If I put in 2 things to each of my 4 groups, 2 times 4 would be 8. I've used 8 more of my things. So when I subtract, I'm left with 8 things to divide out. Okay, I'm still not feeling comfortable with my multiplication skills, but I do know my 2's. So let me try using 2 again. Well, if I put in 2 into each of my 4 groups, I used 8 things. Look at that. I only had 8 things to use. When I do my subtraction, I have 0 things left to divide out. Now, I don't even need this box here, so I can just get rid of it. Now, what I've done is I've put in part of my quotient, another part of my quotient, another part of my quotient. So what I need to do is I actually need to add those. 10 plus 2 is 12, plus 2 is 14. So I could say that 56 divided by 4 is 14. To check myself, because I should always be able to check myself, I can multiply. If I take my 14, which was my quotient, and I multiply it times my 4, I should be able to get 56. Now for this, we do an area model again. And so if I draw out my area model, the first thing that I have to do is I have to break it up by place value. So my 14 is going to be 10 and 4. I'm multiplying by 4. My 4 comes over, meets my other 4, 16. My 4 comes over, it meets my 10, 40. Now I have partial products And so what I need to do is I need to add those. So if I added those, I have 40 plus 16. And it gives me 56, which is perfect because that's the number that I originally started with. So my division checks out.